Okay, hello YouTubers. I'm back with another video. And today what I'm going to do, I'm sorry, my nose itches and I have to scratch it. It may look to y'all like I'm picking at my nose, but I'm not. And I've not brushed my hair. I'll look aside. But anyway, I wanted to do this quick video. I'm at home here. I am babysitting the boys. All three of them. The oldest one don't have school this week, so I got him all day long too. They're out for fall break. I'm going to do a little vlog. I don't know if you would call it a tutorial on one of my hobbies that I do. I have so many hobbies, and I've showed y'all my hobby box before and how I've got it organized. So on Mondays, I do tape piling. So I was going to explain to y'all what tape piling was and show y'all all my tape piling stuff today on this tape. The noise you hear is the boys playing. They're in the floor right there. That's Ian right there. And Tookie is sitting way over there on the other side of the toy box that's turned over. And they have a Darth Vader mask that makes that noise. Well, maybe that's his car. That car right there that's making that noise right now. But that's what they're doing. Now, another thing I also want to let y'all know. In the morning, early, which is Wednesday, the 10th of October, I am going in. I know y'all have noticed about my teeth. I have very bad teeth. I got it from my mom and her sister, my aunt. It hereditary, whatever you call that, comes down the line. So we have bad teeth. I'm going in to get every one of them pulled out. So I'm going to be toothless for a while. And that's another reason why I wanted to do this vlog video today. Is because I don't know how long I'm going to be like sore, my gums and swollen and maybe even draining blood a little bit and not being able to eat good. I'm just kind of going to be out of it. You know, I go in and they're going to pull them. They're not really putting me to sleep. They call it, they sedate you, but I still call it I'm asleep, you know. But anyway, so I'll come back that very same day, that evening when they get through. So it's not like I'm going to be in the hospital. But so I'll do that. Once my gums heal from having all my teeth pulled out, I'm going to go back and get fitted for false teeth. And I hope that works. But anyway, like I said, that's another reason why I wanted to do this video real quick. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm on my laptop, of course. It's my laptop camera. So I'm sitting here at my roll top desk. And I wanted to show it to y'all. I got to get it straight, and there may be some wiggling. I may make you dizzy. I'm sorry. I'm opening it up, and as you can see, it's full of junk. But the reason I'm doing this is my tape piling desk. I have my tape piling stuff in here. Now, I have other stuff in here, too, like stationery to write letters with. I have Bible study books and just different kind of things in here like that. But a lot of it is my tape piling stuff. Okay. I'm setting my camera right here at a different angle on the end of my desk here. I'm going to tilt it down because I'm going to try to pull each thing out to show y'all. I think somebody walked in the door. Do you need something, Benny? I'm recording.
No, I thought Isaac might be awake and he won't come out here.
Who?
Isaac.
No, he's not awake. Don't wake him up. Let him sleep.
I thought he might be awake.
Alright, well, I've got to record. Okay, that was my brother-in-law, Benny. Alright. Hello, Mr. Ian. I'm trying to get this pointed down where that I can show y'all my stuff as I pull it out and talk about it. Okay, tape piling. Okay, baby, I'm going to show them something else. You go play, okay? Take your car over there and go play. Tape piling. I know everybody has heard about pen piling. If you don't move that away, I'll take it away from you. Go over there with it and play with it, okay? Alright. Sorry about that, but with that right here at me, it's loud and I'm not going to be able to concentrate to talk to y'all. Okay, everybody knows what pen piling is. It's where you have, you know, a pen pal, a friend, from far off in another state. And you write letters to each other, but you've actually never met in person. But through the years, you write to each other and become really good friends. And at some point, y'all may make plans to actually meet in person. And so that's fun. Well, tape palling is basically the same thing, but there's a difference, and it's a lot better to me. I used to pen pal all the time, but I don't pen pal anymore since I started tape palling, and I started tape palling in 1997. No, 2007. I'm sorry, I get that messed up. I started tape palling in 2007. So 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012. 5 years. I've been tape palling for 5 years now. Okay. Does anybody know what this is? This is. It's not old-timey. I got it at Radio Shack, but it looks like one of them. Maybe I need to lift the camera up a little bit more. This is one of them old tape players they used to have a long time ago for cassette tapes. See? The buttons. It opens up. And I have a tape in there now. It's a cassette tape. And so what you do with tape palling is you have pals, just like you do with pen palling. You buy blank tapes, and you have you a recorder. Alright, you put your tape in, and like if it's a new pal and you're just meeting them, and you call it an introductory tape. You record yourself talking to that person, introducing yourself to them. You give them your name, your age, your birthday, your wedding anniversary. You know, if you're divorced, you tell them that date, or if your spouse has passed away, you tell them that date. You tell them everything about you, your job that you do, the church you go to, the hobbies you do, where you live, just about your life and what you do, just like you do in a letter, except for you're talking to them. And you can tell, you know how in a letter you're just writing and it's kind of limited with detailed words about you? In a tape, you're talking. And don't be embarrassed to talk on there and record yourself. Pretend like that you're sitting in your living room on your couch and you have this friend sitting there with you and y'all are talking together a conversation. You just talk to that pal, okay, and tell them all about you. After you do your introductory tape and y'all just keep back and forth, you're just talking to them, okay? What you do is you will pack it up. After you fill it up, both sides, or you can put as much as you're comfortable with putting. If you can't fill it all up to begin with, that's fine. But I use these little envelopes like this. It's got the bubble wrap inside. I don't know if y'all can see that. To me, it's blurry, but I'm hoping it's clear. It's because of the way I've got it tilted and looking at it. But it's got the bubble wrap inside so that it's soft and will keep the tape protected. You put it in there, seal it up, and you mail it off to your pal. Okay? Your pal gets it. She has a recorder. She opens the tape and puts it in her recorder, and she listens to your tape and hears you talking. Now, what's more fun about this? See, I have a bunch of batteries too for my tape player and all. You can use this kind. There's also some pals that uses the little mini tape players with the mini tapes. I do both because some pals that I tape pal with prefers this kind, and some prefer the big kind. So I do both. So I have those. I have batteries for those. I have blank tapes for both. Okay, when your pal gets your tape, she listens to it. She's not just reading a letter where you wrote words down. She is hearing your voice talk, so she knows what you sound like. That helps her to learn you more and know more about you. Okay, when you're taping, just like I'm recording this video, and behind me you hear Ian with his little car toy playing. And to me, that might be annoying to some people. But you get to hear the background noises. As long as those noises are not louder than you talking on the tape or the video to where the other person cannot hear you good, then they're fine. To me, I enjoy listening to those background noises. Sometimes they might have a baby, and you could hear the baby googling and playing or crying. Okay? They may have pets. Dogs, you might hear them bark. Cats, you might hear them meow. If they have birds, you might hear them tweeting and twerping. Some of the pals sit out on their porches while they're taping, and you can hear the birds outside twerping, or cars passing by, or that sort of thing. I love the background noises like that. So that's what your pal gets to hear. So that's more funner than just reading a letter from you. And they get to learn you better that way. Okay. Most all pals, when they listen to a tape from their pal, they take notes. They have a notebook just for taking notes. And as they're listening to the tape, like if that pal asks them something, they will jot it down so they'll remember to answer them when they tape them back and not forget. If the pal, okay, Ian, that's getting a little loud, baby. Go to the other end of the living room with it, or I'm going to have to take it away from you, okay? Go play with it all the way over there at the other end. If you go over there, it won't be too loud, okay? Go on through. I'll be right back. I've got to help him get through the toys. Okay, walk through over there to that end of the living room to play with it, okay, love? And that way it won't be too loud and it won't bother Aunt Shay and I won't have to take it away from you, okay? Okay, but like if the pal says something, telling them a story about them, and it makes them think about something that happened to them that might be similar or whatever, and they think, oh, I'll have to tell her about that. They can jot that down to remember to tell her about that when they tape them. Because if you're like me, I'm very forgetful, and I forget later when I actually do get to tape the pal back. So I take notes, and what I do, I write the person's name at the top of the page, I number mine, and the first thing is the day, the date, and the time, and I actually write it down on my paper. I mean, I know all tape pallers don't do it this way, but I do mine this way. This helps me. And then number 2 is always what I'm doing this second. When I first start taping, I will tell my pal what room of the house I'm in, where I'm sitting, and what I'm doing. Okay, then I'll mention the weather and tell her about the weather that day where I live. Okay, then I will start catching her up to what all I have done and my family has done since I last taped her. And then once I'm through with all of that, then that's when I actually start answering. I'll write all that down, what to tell her. All right, as I'm listening to her, and she asks me something, I write that down. Or it makes me think of something I want to say, I write that down. And that's what I would talk about next on my tape. So I take notes and keep them. All right? After that pal listens to your tape and takes notes, then you would rewind the same tape. You wouldn't buy another one. That would be wasting. And you start at the beginning and you record over my voice. She would record over my voice, taping back to me, talking to me. And she would use her notes to tell me and answer my questions and tell me all the things that she had wrote down to tell me. Okay, then she sends it back to me. I listen to it and take notes on her tape. Okay, what I also like to do when I take notes on a person and I tape them back, as I look at it and I'm talking to them, when I talk about that thing, I check it off in front of the line. Then I still keep it. And once she gets the tape and tapes me back and sends it back to me, and I listen to it, I got a clean sheet that I'm taking notes with from that. But I also check on this past one to make sure to see if she answered all my questions or not. And as she mentions something, then I check it off on the other end, the end of it, the sentence. And that way, if she didn't answer everything and it was something I really wanted to know, I'll put it down on this one to ask her again. See, that's how I do with my note taking on the tape palling. Now I'm going to put this back in here. And then after I'm through with it that time, I still keep it. I have a file on all of my tape pals. Now this is some of my stationery stuff. I got to get it out of the way to show you the files and the way I file my pages on there. Let me get them all out here. Alright, do you see this big thick stack of folders? This is all my tape pals. Every tape pal has her own folder. And yes, they are the pretty decorative kind. This I'm going to have to move out of the way because I really want to show y'all these. So let me do some maneuvering around here. Lay this down on the floor over here. Where's Tookie? Tookie, you okay? Ain't that baby alright? Check on the baby a minute. Alright, let me turn this back around. This is my stack of folders. And you see how thick it is there. It's okay, Tookie Wookie. That is, I'm going to count them, and that way y'all know how many pals I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I have 20 pals, tape pals. Sorry. I got strangled. Sorry about that. But see all the different pretty folders. This is from the Shrek movie. That's just pretty different colored. And that's roses, I guess, or some kind of flower. Hearts, different colors. The different colored dots on a pink one. And the dots on the blue one. And then a dots on the orange one. And then there's a plain yellow one, a plain pink one, a plain blue one. And then there's the pink striped and the purple striped. And then there's a purple with yellow flowers. It's a different type. It's a thicker, I don't know what you call it. There's a plain red one and a plain orange one and a plain green one. And a plain purple that's also a different type material. And then there's one with a puppy dog on it that's cute. And, let's see. It's done got the way it is. I'll have to hold it up. And then this is a blue striped one. And then this is like snakeskin, a blue snakeskin. Okay, let me tilt it up. Ian is standing here watching me. Okay, I'm going to do it like this. And I have them in order. Every pal has their own folder. I have them in order. In other words, this was my very first pal that I got. I was in a pen pal group. And I was looking and I found an ad where this lady was asking for tape pals. And I had read a book years ago where there was this blind lady and she had a friend and had to move away. She had got blind in a wreck. And so since she couldn't write letters to her friend wasn't blind, but they decided to record themselves talking to each other on tape and send it to each other since she was blind, and they called it tape letters. And when I read that book, I thought, hey, that's a neat idea. I would love to do that, but had never did it. And then I found that ad in my pen pal group back in 2007 where this lady was asking for a tape pal. And I wrote her back. I explained to her about the book, what I read, and then I told her I would love to do it. Told her I didn't really know all about it. She would have to teach me the ropes all about it, So that's my first one. Then the second one I kept them in order. And that's how they always are. But there's the little puppy dog folder right there. But what I do, my papers where I take notes, I've been putting them, I have a sheet that's got their information on it. It's got their name, phone number, their work, their birthday, wedding anniversary, their husband's name and birthday, children, how many, their ages and birthdays, their hobbies, their collections, their favorite colors and TV shows and books and magazines and food and pets, if they have pets, their favorite singing group, and how many number of pals they have, and whether or not they do all the pal things like swapping and FBs and slams and stickers and postcards and all that kind of stuff. That's their information sheet. And I keep that on this side in this pocket, and that's the only thing I have in that pocket. And then over here is where I start keeping my pages. So, this one, like, I didn't do it with my first one. This is only my second one. But I put it in here first, and I wrote, because I threw the first one away before I actually decided to start doing this. I've got number 2. I don't know if you can see it very good, and I got it circled right there in the corner, and it's in there. So then when I did the third one, I put 3 and circled it and put it next. So I'm doing them this way. So this page says 16. Now, I have been tape paling ever since 2007 for 5 years, but it's not really been a constant thing. There have been months and months that has went by that I've not done any taping. I've been behind, but I have always tried to catch up on it. So that is my filing of all of my tape pals, their information, and all the pages. I can go back and look at those pages of my notes to see what all we talked about, you know, when we first started taping and all. And that's just, everybody don't keep theirs like that. Yeah, they might keep a file and an information sheet on each pal, but they don't keep all their note pages. I'm sure they throw them away. That's just me, how I like to do things. Okay, now, I am kind of backed up right now. This is all of my tapes that I have right here that I have got to get caught up on. I'm pulling them out in the order. I mean, I had them in there, so, and I think I messed them up. Oh, crap. Chickens. I think I should have had them, like, on top, and I don't know. Anyway, this is them. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tape pals, you know, and one of them puts them in big envelopes, and then, but most of them are the little envelopes that they've sent to me, you know, and all of that. And it's got tapes in there that I have to listen to and tape back to my pals. Right now I'm kind of behind, but I am trying to get caught back up with it. What, baby? Are you just jumping and showing yourself on the tape, on the video? Is that what you're doing? I'm not sure how this really all was and how it went, but I'm going to try to get it back right, hopefully. It don't matter, it's been a while. I'll just do who I want to do, I guess, first. But I try to keep them in order as they come in, you know, and I put, the next one comes in, I put it behind them and try to get to them, tape them back in the order they came to me in, you know. But that is all about tape paling right there. So I done this video for you. I love tape paling. I enjoy it. It's so much fun and so much better than pin paling. So, my question to you is, any of you YouTubers out there, if you would like to start tape paling and would like to be my tape pal and tape pal with me, I would be glad to start tape paling with you. Although I've got 20 pals, it's not too many. What I am actually going for, my goal, is to have 1 pal in every state of the whole United States. Now, I don't want to go out of the United States, you know, and overseas places, because that will get expensive, you know. So I'm just going to keep it in the United States, but if you live in the United States and you would like to start tape paling with me, leave a comment below on this video and let me know, and I will get us started. I'll send the first tape and introduce myself to y'all. Okay? Alright, so there is your tape about your video about tape paling. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will let y'all go and see you later, okay? Bye-bye. Toodaloo.